My today topic is presentation on electric current of science subject of class 10th standard. So, what is electric current? Before electric current, we will study what are charge carrier. So, these charge carriers are a flow of electric current. There are two types of charge carriers. One is electrons, one are holes. These charge carrier are the particles which are free to move and carrying an electric current. We take the example of lamp at our home. This lamp is connected to the switch. So when we turn on the switch at our home, the lamp will turn on. So what is actually happening in this circuit when lamp is connected here? When we turn on the switch, there will be a movement of charge carrier inside the circuit. Because of movement of these charge carrier, lamp will turn on. So these charge carriers are flow of electrons and holes. In most of the metals, these charge carriers are electrons. So now, what is electric current? Electric current is defined as rate of flow of negative charges of conductor. These charge carriers are electrons and holes. Electrons are having a negative charge, whereas holes are having a positive charge. In most of the metals, the current flow because of electrons. So, when electrons flows, these are carrying a negative charge. So, electric current is defined as the rate of flow of negative charges of the conductor. In other words, continuous flow of electrons in an electric circuit is called as electric current. Now you see this figure. This is a metallic wire. In this metallic wire, there is a flow of free charge carriers, electrons. Because of these electrons, whenever potential is connected across terminal A and B, there will be a flow of current. Okay. So what is now current? So current is a flow of electrons only. So we will study what is the unit of current. The unit of current is amperes. We define it by A or AMP. So current is also a ratio of Q over T. So how we define the current? Current is a rate of flow of charge per seconds. Okay. So the units of charge we have studied is a coulomb. So we can define it. Electric current is a coulomb per second. We can define I is equal to Q by T. Now, conventional direction of flow of current. We again take this example. This is the circuit and we consider this is a lamp. Okay. So whenever the potential is connected across the terminal A and B. So now what is potential? Potential is a battery. Each battery is having a two sides. You can see the battery which is at your home, right? We use the battery to get the potential. This battery is having a two side. One is positive, which is called as higher potential. One is negative, which is called as negative potential. Whenever this battery is connected across any circuit, which may be a lamp, right, resistor, or any device, loudspeaker, mic, anything, any electronic circuit, the current start flowing. The current flows from negative terminal to the positive because these current is what? Here the flow of electron. So now conventional direction of flow of current is what? Actual current flows from higher potential to the lower potential, whereas electrons flows from negative potential to the higher potential. Each electron is having a negative charge carrier. So the electrons are going from negative to positive, whereas current goes from higher potential positive to negative. So this figure indicates this is the flow of electrons from B terminal to A, then towards the higher potential. Whereas this arrow indicates the flow of conventional current, the current which is flow because of this potential. Now, according to the electron theory, when the potential difference is applied across the conductor, potential difference is what? This battery, positive, negative terminal. the conductor, some matter flows through the circuit. What is the matter? Electrons, which constitute the electric current. Because of these electrons, the current will be flows in the circuit, right? So again, I is equal to Q by T, coulomb per second. Next, there are two types of current, alternating and direct current, right? So the flow of electrons in a closed circuit is called a current. On the basis of direction of movement of electrons in a closed circuit, electric current is classified into two types, alternating current and direct current. So this depends upon what is the direction of flow of electric current in a circuit. We are classifying two types, right? So major difference between alternating and direct current is alternating current, the polarity and magnitude of current changes at regular intervals of time, whereas direct current, it remains constant. Now we see difference here. This is direct current flows in the circuit. This is the alternating current. So in alternating current, this alternating, the sine wave, if we consider, the sine wave indicates the electrons move in both the direction, because of which the current also moves in both the direction, from positive to negative, negative to positive. When it is positive, the current goes from higher potential to lower potential. When this is negative, the current goes from lower potential to the higher potential. But if we see the case of direct current, in direct current, current flows from always higher potential to the lower potential. So the current flows in one direction only, whereas in alternating current, current goes in both the directions. Another figure, this will explain you much better in detail. This is alternating current, this is circuit. Okay, so this load may be a bulb. We can connect the bulb with this AC source. So for AC source, if we see, the current is moving in both the direction. At one time it goes from higher potential to lower potential. At one time it goes from lower potential to higher potential. So if we see, this is the given voltage at input voltage. Each voltage is having a two cycles, positive and negative, right? So in this case, when the input voltage is given, when the input voltage is positive, so this means the current goes from higher potential to lower potential. Direction of flow of current will be like this. Okay. So when input voltage is negative, when the negative cycle, the flow of current will be in opposite direction as compared to the previous. Okay. So current flows in this direction. Here the current flows in this direction. So in AC current, the current flows in both the direction because we are applying the voltage source in both the direction. That is why it is called as alternating. And in this case, the current flows for 180 degree in each cycle. As we know, this positive cycle is of 180 degree and this complete cycle is of 360 degree. Alternating current. Alternating current is produced by voltage source whose terminal polarity keeps alternating with time, right? So its polarity of the voltage will be changing with time. Its polarity will be changed. What was positive then at one instant becomes negative terminal at later instant. As a result, constantly reversing the polarity of voltage source will also reverse the flow of direction of current. As the voltage, if we see the polarity of voltage is changed, the polarity of current is also changed. So it will also keep alternating. That is why it is called as alternating current. So most common example of alternating current is AC generators, right? Now, this is DC current if we see. In DC current, the current flows in only one direction because electrons goes from lower to higher. So, the current goes from higher to lower. So in DC current, will always be, the magnitude of current will always be constant. DC current, which is produced by voltage source whose terminals have a fixed polarity. They produce a current whose direction flows does not change with time. So it will always be, direct current will always be a steady current. Some of the examples of voltage sources are cell, battery and DC generators. See difference here. So this is what? Alternating current. That is produced because of alternating voltage source. This is direct current which is produced because of DC voltage source. So direct current will always be constant, whereas in alternating current the magnitude will always be keep changing with respect to time. So the last slide is difference between alternating and direct current. As we have studied, first, what is current? Electric current. Electric current is flow because of flow of electrons in a circuit, right? So the difference is alternating current is a type of current that changes its direction after 180 degree, whereas so it changes its direction after 180 degree, right? Whereas direct current will not change its direction, periodicity, it remains constant. Alternating current, if we see, frequency is not 0, whereas in DC current frequency is 0. What is frequency? Number of cycles per second. So it is not 0 in AC, whereas it is 0 in DC. The magnitude of alternating current varies with respect to time, whereas in DC current magnitude will remain constant. AC current is produced mainly by generators, whereas DC current is produced by battery or cell. So, hope you understand the video. If there are any doubts, please write in the comment section. Thank you.